All right, so what I'm going to teach you guys today is somebody wanted but so, okay? And it's a good way to summarize. I call it the world's shortest notes, okay? We have, throughout the year, we've been doing the 3 most important words, okay? When we're doing the 3 most important words, that's helping us figure out what the main idea or the central idea is, okay? So it's a really easy way for us to go ahead and figure that out. When we're doing the somebody wanted but so, we can actually use our 3 most important words to fill in our boxes, okay? And when we're doing the somebody wanted but so, it's for summarizing. World's shortest notes. I don't need a bunch of details, okay? Because they always talk about for the FSA key details. That's not what we're learning today. We're just going to drill down on what the main idea is and how to summarize. You guys can use this for any subject that you guys are taking, okay? This has then on it. We're not going to worry about the then part. So we can go ahead and get rid of that. All right. All right. So when we're doing these, it's called the somebody wanted but so. So the somebody is going to be the main character. All right. But if it's an informational text, the somebody would be the author. Okay. Then we have wanted. So the main character always wants something. All right. If it's an informative one, the author wants to tell us something, and that's actually going to be the primary purpose. What's the author's purpose? That's going to be the wanted. But we'll do more of these, and it'll click more in your head. All right. All right. So we have somebody, the main character, or the author. What did they want? But something always happens. There's always a problem or something, right? So then we have to figure out what the resolution is for it, okay? So that would be what the so is. Just take it out of here. We're just going to make the so the resolution, okay? All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this line by line, and we are going to, first thing that we're going to do is pick out the 3 most important words, all right? 3 most important words, that teaches us the main idea / central idea, because we know that the main idea and the central idea are the same thing, okay? Then we're going to use those 3 most important words, and we're going to fill in our somebody wanted but so, okay? And that's to summarize. Newman. Yes. Can she just do a quick exercise with me, and then can I send her down? Okay. All right. Perfect. Thank you. Okay. Bye. All right, Lacey. We'll be building 16, but let's go. Let's do this real quick. Okay. All right. So like I said, we're going to take it sentence by sentence. All right. And I like using the pencil and paper because it keeps us focused, and it helps us where we are in the story. All right, so check this out, guys. All right, so we're going to start here. Carrie. Carrie was listening to the new headphones she had gotten for her birthday and looking forward to her visit with her dad when she heard the faint sound of an announcement. All right, so 3 most important words are going to be words that are repeated. What words do we see here in this first sentence that are repeated? All right, I see Carrie, right? Carrie was listening to the new head. She, that's referring to Carrie, right? Her, absolutely. Her dad, she, okay. All right, let's take the second sentence. The flight attendant said the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. All right, do we see any words in here that are repeated or anything that we think is important? No. All right, if we're looking at this and we see flight attendant and captain, do you think maybe they're related?
No. Yeah.
Yeah, flight attendant may have something to do with a plane, and then we have the captain, and he flies the plane, right? So I'm just going to underline flight attendant, and I'm going to underline captain, right? Because I think that probably has something to do with what the story is going to be about. All right. She was already buckled in her seat, but she looked around and saw other passengers looking for their seat belts. What words are repeated here, guys? She.
And her.
What else did you say, Mateus?
Her.
Her. Okay. Do we see something that we saw in another sentence?
We
Seat belts, absolutely. All right, so we're going to circle seat belts. I'm going to come back up here and circle seat belts, okay? And then I see passengers here. We're talking about flight attendants, we're talking about captains, we're talking about seat belts, okay? Passengers, right? Okay, that all goes together. All right, next sentence. Go ahead, babe. Flight attendant. Yep, absolutely. All right. Suddenly the plane began to shake and she heard a loud cry from a few rows behind her. All right, what do we like in here? What's important? What words are repeated?
Flight attendant.
We're not on that sentence, kiddo. We started with suddenly. She. Her. All right, then I see plane, right? I mean, that has something to do with everything that I'm reading, right? Okay, the flight attendant who was previously walking slowly through the aisles to check seat belts quickly walked to her seat.
Flight attendant.
Flight attendant, I'm gonna go ahead and circle that because that's been repeated.
Her.
Her.
Seat belts.
Yeah, we've got seat belts and we've got seat 2. Okay? All right, next sentence. She noticed her buckle up and hold on tightly. What do we like here? She again.
Her.
Her. What about buckle up?
Yeah.
That would go with seat.
Seat belts.
Right? Seat belts, right? Very good. All right. So we're going to go ahead and circle that. All right. If she was holding on tightly, is that positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative. Okay. A wave of fear came over Carrie as she grabbed the armrest.
Carrie.
Carrie. She. Fear. All right. So we're talking, this is negative, right? All right. Next sentence. As quickly as the turbulence began, it was over. Do we see that repeated? But it has something to do with it though, right, Preston? Okay. All right. Is this positive or negative here?
Negative.
Negative, but then it turns positive. Very good. All right. So if I need to ask you guys, what are the 3 most important words? They're going to be the words that we circled, words that are repeated. What do we have?
Carrie.
Carrie.
She.
You can do carry / she. Either one, okay? That's your choice. What else? Seatbelt.
Plane. Or flight attendant.
Yeah, I'm just going to say plane because all those things kind of go together with plane. If you want to do flight attendant, you could. I'm just going to do, or we could do flight. Let's do flight. All right, and for the most part, will we say that this is positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative. Okay, and then it turns positive. So if I asked you guys, what's the main idea of this little paragraph we just read, and we have these 3 words here, what do you guys think it is?
Turbulent. It's about turbulence. Oh, it's about Carrie in the plane.
Carrie in a plane, and something happened and she had to put her seatbelt on and it was kind of negative, it was kind of scary, right? So that would be the main idea. Carrie took a flight and something scary happened and she had to put her seatbelt on. That's it, okay? Super easy to figure that out. All right, so what I want us to do is we're going to take our 3 most important words and then we're going to fill in our somebody wanted but so, okay? So we've got 4 spaces here, we've got 3 words. Let's see how we do. All right, so somebody, who do we think that somebody is?
Carrie.
Carrie. And what did Carrie want? To go see her dad. All right, she wanted to take a flight, right? But what happened?
Yeah, turbulence.
Turbulence.
She died. And then seatbelts.
So
Seatbelt.
she put her seatbelt on, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we've done main idea, Okay, main idea is Carrie, seatbelt, flight. That's what the story's about. Okay, and then we summarized it with our somebody wanted but so. Carrie wanted to take a flight, but there was turbulence. She was scared, so then she had to put her seatbelt on. Okay, that's it, guys. All right, and when we're doing these, like I said, if it's an informational, right? Because sometimes when we're reading these, somebody's going to be the author, because the author wants to inform us about something. Okay, and when the author wants us to inform us about something, the wanted is going to be the author's purpose. Okay, his primary purpose. All right, let's do B again together. And then I've got another handout that I'm going to give you guys for you guys to practice this. Okay, are there any questions so far for this? Okay, so my reading endorsement class, the first one that I had to do, I had to read a lot of text, and it was complicated. So Ms. Clausing, who teaches next door, who's been here for forever, I asked her to help me. You know what she told me to do? 3 most important words and do a somebody wanted but so to summarize everything that I needed for the class. Okay, and it worked well. Okay, so if we're drilling down on these for our somebody wanted but so, these are going to be, and the 3 most important words are the main idea. Okay, all the other details, those are just going to be the key details that support what we have here. Okay, all right, like I said, I like to take it line by line. All right, so let's look at the second one. All right, Dell and his friends went hiking. Dell and his friends, that could be a somebody, right? So I'm going to go ahead and circle that. All right, they set up their camp in an open clearing in the woods. Do we see any words that are repeated here?
His, oh wait.
Second sentence. Remember synonyms too, right?
Yeah.
It may have something to do with camp. We like camp. What about they?
I was,
They, right? And then their. Okay. We're talking about Dell and his friends. Okay. Next sentence. The boys set up their tents and immediately went to gather wood to make a campfire. What words are repeated here?
there,
There.
oh there.
Okay, boys, right? Okay, what else?
Wood.
Wood
Or campfire.
and campfire. Absolutely. Awesome, awesome. All right, we've got camp here, campfire, wood, all related. All right, next sentence. Dell, Artie, and John walked through the trees to gather the wood that was on the ground.
I'll clear the names.
Their names. Okay, what else?
Wood.
Wood. All right. Next sentence. The sun began to go down behind the trees, and Dell realized he had forgotten his flashlight in his backpack.
Dell.
Dell.
Trees.
We like trees. They're in the woods, right?
He.
Good.
Oh, sorry.
He. Talking about Dell. All right. And is this positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative.
All right. The sun began to go down. He got to get his flashlight. It's negative. Okay. All right. Next sentence. The boys hurried so they could find enough wood quickly and make it back to camp before dark.
Boys.
Boys.
They.
They. Somebody said wood. And what else? Camp. All right. Positive or negative? Or neutral?
Neutral.
Neutral, right? Make that neutral. All right. Next sentence. With arms full of firewood, the boys jogged back to the clearing and set the wood down next to the fire pit.
Boys.
Boys. Wood. Fire pit. All right. Positive, negative, or neutral?
Negative.
Positive.
Positive with all.
I think it's kind of positive. They made it back before it got too dark, right? It's going to be positive. Why did you say it was negative?
It's thought you were talking about the whole story.
Oh, the whole story. Okay, all right. Well, we can do it for the whole story. You can do that for the whole story. You can just do it by sentence. Okay. I'm gonna put I'll put it positive. Okay. All right. So we need to do the 3 most important words. Since we're not doing the then up here, I'm gonna put the 3 most important words here. Okay. All right. What do we have? Give me one of the words that we circled. Most important words.
Dell.
Dell and his friends. We can put Dell, friends. We'll just call them boys. Okay. What else?
Campfire or camp? Yeah, camp.
We'll do camp.
Wood.
In wood. All right. What's the story about, guys?
About boys.
The boys
Going hiking.
camping and they have to collect wood, right? That's all it is. That's the main idea for this passage here. Okay? Now, let's take these words and let's do a somebody wanted but so. Okay? So who's our somebody?
Dell and his friends.
All right, we'll do Dell and his friends or the boys. All right, and what do they want?
To get wood for a campfire.
Wanted to make a campfire. But what happened?
The sun was going down.
Dova got his flashlight, the sun was going down. It was getting dark, right? Like I said, guys, and these are going to be the world's shortest notes. I don't need a bunch of detail, okay? If you put dark instead of getting dark, that's fine. And the beauty of this is there's really no right or wrong answer, okay? Yes, make a passive castle. Let's finish this one, Mateus. Mateus, actually, let's finish this one, and then you can go.
Already got it down.
Well, you have to stay with me. I have to make sure you got it right. Okay. All right. So somebody, Dell and his friends, they wanted to make a campfire, but it was getting dark, so
They hurried and like jogged back.
so they
Ran back
They
to
hurried
camp.
so they can go back before the sun.
they hurried.
Or ran back to camp.
All right. That's it, guys. All right. So with this, the 3 most important words, we did main idea, central idea, and then we summarized. Okay, world's shortest notes. Okay.
What at the bottom of it?
We're not worried about the then.
No, so.
Oh, hurried. Hurried. I'm sorry if you couldn't see it.
You got the worst handwriting in Fort Myers.
It doesn't matter where you put it, sweetheart. I usually do it down at the bottom because what I'm going to do is I'm fixing to pass out.
I'm trying to write these, I'm trying to read.
Not that I'm fixing to pass out, but I'm going to pass out a story like this. And I usually put the 3 most important words at the bottom here. I didn't have room on here, so I just made room for it. Okay? It doesn't matter where you want to put those. Those are going to be your personal preference. Okay? All right.